Well, unfortunately, it's about that time again. Yes, our last video we finally got 8 out of 8 on our Bard, and about 30 minutes after completing that, I was running a haunted cemetery just to complete one of the seasonal challenges, and died to the boss. However, there's still days left in the season, so we're going to take advantage of this and finish up the remaining season by creating a new character, trying to get as many challenges unlocked as we can in preparation for the next season, and see what can happen. Well, I figured after only having a few days left in the season, I should maybe not try to do a dedicated PPE experience and maybe just try to go for all the challenges and loot that we can possibly get. So with that being said, we won't be doing the Necro actually, and I'm going to use my Paladin that I already have a few stats on, some weapons, armor, all that good stuff, and Oreo, which we saw from one of the earlier videos. And we have a few stats maxed, as well as closer to maxing a couple other stats rather than starting all over with a new character. So with that being said, please enjoy the footage of my Paladin looting and completing challenges. If there's one thing I dislike about melee classes, is just strictly just the lack of range in the weapons. And obviously that gets countered by like the defense and the HP of the character, but still just never felt comfortable being so close to the bosses. However, since we luckily do have this sealed battle god, which gives us, I guess we could be armored for 2 seconds if we're under 50 HP, and I like the 150 plus attack if we're over. It does give us extra defense, and then obviously we have the Oreo, which just gives us instant armoring. But luckily I do carry, or I was actually lucky enough to get a crystal sword from one of the crystals in the realm, so that gives us an extra 2.5 range, extra 1 tile of range, which might not be much, but for me it's a big difference, especially if you have a Bard ability on you. Get that extra distance in there. And there we go, got a nice attack pot, which we don't even need because we are actually max attack already. I think right now, just to help speed things up, we'll just get max speed and then max dex, and then we'll work on the other stats, but I think speed and dex maxing will help us out pretty much in every other realm, so we'll get those real quick. Now, it's funny, I'm actually in here doing a haunted cemetery because this is the last dungeon I did on my Bard that I died from. However, I'm just doing it for like the speed pot, so I'm only going to do like the first 4 bosses and not actually go all the way to the end boss, because I don't need to sacrifice that doing that solo, because if I die on my max Bard, then there's pretty much no chance that I'm going to survive on a less range, non-maxed character. So yeah. Alright, there's the first boss down. Got a nice speed. I think if we actually get ourselves all the way to the final boss, we should max speed in this sim. The seal of the Mad God is pretty nice because when I hit the ability, it gives me like 3 or 4 shots of like 1500 worth of damage. Let's see if I can get you a shot of it here once this red guy goes away. Hold up. So watch this. If I hit the ability and I hit him, well, you could see that there. I hit him like 2-3 times, but I missed a few shots, but they're all like 1200 damage each. Now, that's pretty good. Especially when you don't have like a weapon like we had the bow where we could shoot through items. That was really coming in handy in these dungeons. Now we can only shoot through one thing at a time. It's like, is there any swords that lets you shoot through multiple items? I should look that up, see if I can get it. Alright, this should be the last boss in this dungeon at least, because we'll get the speed. We'll max out the speed and then we'll get out of here. I don't need to take a chance at the boss, which I don't even think the boss doesn't even drop anything like specific to Paladin. And he is dead. Alright, so that was simple. 1 cemetery and we maxed out speed. Perfect. Okay, got a nice dex pot there. 7 dex left. 6 dex left. White bag? What the hell? A necromancer skull? And funny to think that I was about to make a necromancer. Alright, we got ourselves a nice crawling depth here, which pretty sure is definitely over 5 difficulty. But we'll get this out of the way. Maybe, yeah, we'll probably hopefully get some soulbound paths and claim our 10 life. There we go. Giant whiz. So if we go back to Nexus, we should be good. Gulp, 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 gulp. Alright, we just need 4 more decks to max our decks. So let's quickly go do that. And then we should be good. Alright, looks like we actually found a cemetery with 5 people in it. And we're actually kind of running through this. So I'm going to try to see if we can take this all the way to the final boss. And complete that for our seasonal challenge. We'll see how it goes. Keep our distance, and there we go. Just like that. That easy. And there's 1. There's 2. And there is 3. Max decks. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it's a little bit different than our Bard PPE, but unfortunately it died, so get over it. That's how the game works. But in this episode, we got a new character, we got our paladin, we got great gear, we got a lot of max stats, we got a red star, we got a white bag. So tune in more, we're going to complete more seasonal challenges, get more loot, and all that fun stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace!